Hi everyone. I have been posting some videos in Malayalam about low carb diet Kerala. Let me make it very clear. I'm not talking about a keto diet. I'm talking about a diet where I have restricted carbohydrates as an effort to control diabetes and reduce inflammation in my body. Certain circumstances in my life, like an eye injury, had led me to do this. And I was inspired by the videos, Malayalam videos of one Mr. Abdul Habib Rahman, uh, who, who has a large following, many of whom have succeeded in reversing their many health conditions as well as reducing the weight drastically. I did not follow LCHF because I have seen all the strict LCHF keto diet, because I have been watching these keto diet videos of Jason Fung and Sarah Hallberg. These you can see on the internet if you search for Jason Fung, for Sarah Hallberg. She has a TED Talk also. Then diet doctor websites, you will get all the information about keto diet, and also Mr. Habib Rahman's videos. But they all prescribe certain foods which are not very common in Kerala, like avocado, spinach, then nuts, tree nuts, and a lot of other things, olive oil, extra virgin olive oil, and things which are on the more expensive side. So I thought, let me try to do something which is attainable and sustainable for a Malayali housewife or an Indian housewife. Or initially, I'm doing a non-vegetarian style because that is far easier than a vegetarian style. So for the non-vegetarian style, what I did was I reduced my carbohydrate intake without cutting it out totally. I reduced my morning breakfast carbohydrates. I reduce my lunch carbohydrates. I am not carbohydrates means the direct starch that I was eating, like dosha, idli, appam. Appam was the most dangerous. Then rice, plain rice, and then chapati, breads. All these I restricted drastically. I would say I did not go to the keto level, but I still have gone very near that, minimizing this to the utmost. Now my rice intake is just 2 tablespoons for lunch. I do use that 2 tablespoons level, that means about 1 heap tablespoon, and in that I put some ghee, and for that it is used as a taste maker or something to eat with the rest of my meal. So I have posted 2 videos, one about my breakfast and one about my lunch. They are trailer videos of this iPad. Apple iPad has some movie maker and things like that. In that trailer videos where you can see my diet. I have I'm eating a protein, a non-vegetarian protein with every meal. So these kind of steps have helped me reduce my medication. First of all, I followed a keto diet for a week. I lost not a lot of weight. From 55 kilograms, came to 52 in a week. My insulin had to be stopped, and later on, when my weight dropped further on this diet, I have not keto diet, on a reduced carb diet. I have stopped the other medicine, metformin also, without any effect on my blood sugars. Now my blood sugar is as comfortable as it was before, when I was on medication, without the ups and downs. My fasting blood glucose is also within 80 to 100 range. My postprandial blood glucose, when I observe the diet, may come to 130, and if I am a little indulgent, to 140, which is not the desired level. It is 120 and below, but the present American diabetes norm says below, I think it is okay for 140. Anyway, that about that revised norms I will state in another video. So this is what I have been doing. And one more thing, a most important thing that I did was I searched the net for other ways also, other methods besides this keto diet and a reduced carb diet to control blood sugar spikes after eating, which they call insulin and glucose excursions, the sudden rise and fall. For that, I searched the net and I found several methods. The first one is eating order, food order, how it influences insulin spikes. So the food order study made by Japan and later on ratified by USA has found that if at a meal you eat vegetables and protein first and then the carbohydrate, the blood glucose excursion and the insulin excursion spike is very much less. The second thing, it is very much less. The second thing I learned was about eating intervals. It is in another word, it is about all about intermittent fasting. So you have to eat at an interval of 8 hours, and for 16 hours you have to fast. That means if you eat at 9 o'clock in the morning and your breakfast or what food you have at 9 o'clock and the dinner at 8 hours afterwards at the margin of 5 o'clock or 6 o'clock, and then fast for the rest of the day, you can drink black coffee or water or salted lime juice without sugar. You should have to abandon sugar. If you do that, then gradually your weight will come down, and weight loss is the crucial element in diabetes management. Under these circumstances, I have what I have done is I have stopped snacking. I don't eat in between meals. I have 3 meals a day. I have not gone on to intermittent fasting. I have 3 meals a day. I have breakfast, lunch and dinner. And I have dinner very early. Before 8 o'clock, I have my dinner and my breakfast after 8:30. So the gap is around 12 hours, 12 and a half hours. I'm giving my body a rest and time to dissolve whatever is there, time to use up whatever is there in my body. Stored fat, stored glycogen, it burns first, and then stored fat. The second thing I have done is I am strictly following the food order. For breakfast, I have a vegetable plus egg omelette, what usually Swiss omelette and such. I add some vegetables to the egg and then make an omelette out of it and eat it first with pepper and salt or cheese, whatever I like. Some vegetables go very well with cheese. If you mix cauliflower and cheese and make an omelette with the eggs, adding this cheese and cauliflower, it is a very tasty thing. You have to add a little bit of ginger and garlic and pepper, or you can have your any green vegetable. You can saute it and then add whatever, some onion and green chilies, and then break an egg into it and eat that. Break one, you can have up to 2 or 2 eggs. And if you have 2 eggs and then after you eat that, you don't feel very hungry. You are almost full depending on the quantity of vegetable that you have added. And then you eat the carbohydrate because you are in the habit of eating it. You don't eat as much as you did, and your insulin and blood sugars won't go up as it would. Because not only protein and vegetables, but fat is also very important in slowing the absorption of food from the intestines and the stomach. So when you eat all this and in a particular order, this has a definite impact on your blood glucose and insulin, which are key drivers of fat gain. Insulin is the key driver for fat gain. Insulin instructs your body to store fat. There is enough sugar in the blood. You store whatever is left over as fat, and it suppresses certain other hormones which are the prompters for burning fat. And so that is burning glycogen. That is why we have to control insulin spikes and sugar spikes Sugar spikes prompts insulin spike in order to control weight or also to control diabetes. So another thing is, if you are doing intermittent fasting, you eat only twice a day, and the insulin spikes and the sugar spikes are restricted to these 2 times, and then that again causes weight loss. Now the habit is to eat at very short intervals. I was eating, see, around 8 o'clock I'd have my breakfast, around 10 o'clock I'd have something to drink, which had some calorie value. Then I would see we have lots of fruits at home, then I would see some plantain, banana. I'd eat a couple of bananas, small ones, because bananas are good for you, fruit is good for you, that is your assumption. And then I'll have lunch, and after lunch at tea I'll have a vada and another couple of bananas, and then dinner at 8 or 9. Before bedtime I might eat a fruit. So this was my lifestyle. So cut out all the snacking. Don't eat any fruits, because fruit contains fructose, and fructose is generally stored as fat in the liver because because of the special way in which it is processed by the body and metabolized by the body. I have put detailed videos on each item in Malayalam. If you require on any subject, please comment underneath. And that is why fruit is bad if you are obese, have fatty liver, and if you are diabetic. Berries, in abroad, the keto dieters permit a limited quantity of fresh berries because they are sour fruits and fructose level is lower and they contain acid. And acid content also changes the metabolic and digestive pathways. So this is what I have said in the videos so far. I think so. And if you check the community icon on the top of the videos, my videos, that is, if you're watching any of my videos, you will see a green S. When you watch my video, you will see this green S. You click that S. Click that S and you will come to my channel. Here you have my here you have this this list, and here you click the community, and in community I have uploaded a lot of videos by other people about all these diets and whatever is useful for this. And I have to upload a few more things like eating intervals and food order, which also I will upload there. So please check that community for any updates, and you read or go through whatever is there. I am not, first of all, I am not a doctor, I am not a biochemist, and I am not a nutritionist. So whatever I have learned from authentic websites of qualified people, and I am only imparting what I have learned, and the sources I am from now on, I am going to put in community. I have come to this level of being able to share on community and putting videos longer than 15 minutes because of the subscriptions. Because when I exceeded 1,000 subscriptions, the YouTube has permitted me to use these facilities. Otherwise, I would not have been able to use these facilities. And because of your help and your viewing these, only I am able to share in community. And one more thing I have to say is, I would be extremely fulfilled. I'll feel fulfilled if any of you have found my videos helpful. And this is a very brief and hurried video. So if you have anything further to ask, please ask. Please put the comment in the commentary in the comment section, and I will answer with individual videos. I'm doing my Malayalam videos for controlling diabetes with the diet, not keto, with an ordinary diet, changing the food, changing the menu, using different kinds of foods, as well as different types of methods of eating, and also a reduced carb diet series called Kerala LCHF experiment. The other is control diabetes, don't let diabetes control you. Good day. Have a nice, healthy life. Bye.